you always know that you wanted to have a barbecue business?
Yeah, I definitely knew that. It was in my vision in my 2000 album. I had a logo in there that said "Coming Soon" and it said "Greedyman's Lunchbox."
Uh-huh.
So I mean, I knew that was my initial goal. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And along that journey, I also had a barber and beauty salon. I went to barber college, and I went on the Kansas side over there. A big shout out to them. Advanced Hair Tech, Miss Suma. Taught me how to razor line and do my thing. But yeah, that was my first that was my first thing. It was called Thumbs Up Barber and Beauty Salon.
Mm.
So I just grinded through that, and I was in there myself cutting hair, putting the fade down, just doing my thing. So I've been grinding for a long time now.
Yeah. It sounds like you took a liking to the thumbs up name.
Oh yeah, because what happened was with that name is like back in the days, we used to have cars and stuff, the paints and rims and things like that. You know what I mean? And you riding around, you ride just saying you riding around and everything. And you seeing people, you got to show that love. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be riding and you in something nice and clean and it's hot outside. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You in the AC, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Music playing, feeling good. You know what I'm saying? You can't just ride past people. You know what I'm saying? So, you'll hit them with a wave and hit them with
Yeah.
a wave. And man, back then, back in the days, people on every corner, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I just started, you know what I'm saying? Instead of waving, you know what I'm saying? I just started giving up the thumbs.
Right.
And that's how I came up with it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody I see, I just give them a thumbs and give them a thumbs, and that let them know, it's good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, no negative feelings, no negative vibes. You know what I'm saying? Just good folks. So after that, I just ran with that. You know what I mean? With the thumbs up barber and beauty salon, thumbs up entertainment. I just did it
Right.
like that.
Right. Okay. And so what were some of the challenges that you faced on the way to opening up Greedy Man's Barbecue?
Well, one is that opening that I started from an oven.
Uh-huh.
So I started making wings, and I got this cousin. She was like a little queen of it. Sanita. She always, make me some of them wings, make me some of them wings, And I used to make the wings. I have her to go to Sam's Club, get her. They sell a little 10-pound bag of wings. I have her get me a 10-pound bag of wings, and then I'm making wings for people. So I make her some wings, make me some. You know
Mm.
what I mean? And then it got to the point to where I couldn't eat that many wings. You know what I'm saying? Like people started wanting me to make them some wings, so I couldn't have everybody to just give me a bag of wings. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So I took that. So I started kind of charging, and then after that, I took it to the Kansas City. We known for barbecue. I took it to the backyard. So then I took it to the smoker.
Mhm.
So now I'm kind of like moving a little faster because I'm making wings for people, in the masses. You know what I mean? And
Right.
then it got to the point where I started like, whoa, that little light bulb hit. I started adding a little side to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I just started, selling dinners, man. I was passing dinners over my fence through the backyard and stuff like that, man. And they was buying the dinners and stuff like that. I was just like, it's working for me. You know what I'm saying? And I already knew my route. You know what I'm saying? God gave me a good vision. You know what I'm saying? I am blessed with that. You know what I mean? So after that, I seen that and I was like, whoa, okay. I'm selling my dinners. I'm doing my thing. And then I got a play brother. He was hot already. C Withers. You know what I mean? And a big old shout out to him because he schooled me a whole lot. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like what Arthur Bronze didn't do. You know what I mean? He the pit masters down there. He put his hands on me. And
Right.
gave me that touch. You know what I mean? and he had a trailer that he was working out of, and I don't know if you remember. See, that might be before your time, Bannister Mall. You remember
Yeah,
Bannister
I
Mall?
remember basketball.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, oh,
I was
okay. You know what
young,
I'm
but I
saying?
remember
So see, he was grinding out of Bannister Mall, but then he had this trailer. He had a trailer, and that he was grinding out of, and the trailer burnt down. It's like a regular lawnmower trailer,
Mhm.
and the trailer just burnt down to the ground, to the crisp. And he like, man, hey bro, man, I got this trailer, man. You need to look at this trailer. You know what I'm saying? So one day he came and picked me up, you know what I'm saying? And we rode and looked at the trailer at his grandma's house. And I'm looking at it, it was burnt to a crisp, you know what I'm saying? And it was that's a little like an emotional part for me. I'm sorry. Because that's like it all started like right there. And I seen the trailer, and I'm like, man, bro, what you want for that trailer? He like, man, look, give me $300 for that trailer. And I was like, $300? You know what I'm saying? And I said, bro, why don't you get that trailer to my house, man? So we got that trailer to my house, you know what I'm saying? And I knew I had like I got a lot of neighborhood guys. I gotta give a shout out to them, like Marcus, Williams, he got 777 construction. I got Verlin, you know what I mean? And he just hands on with his construction. Man, I got to making them calls. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Hey,
right.
I need y'all to come through and look at something. So, they came through, and like we took that trailer, I scrapped it all down. You know what I mean? We gutted it all down. Me, my little brother Joe, you know what I mean? And we scrapped it all down until it was just flat. And then I had a cousin Jerome, he came and we just framed this thing out, and we built it, went straight up, and it looked like a big old house on wheels.
Mm.
We put the windows on it, we put the roof on it, the door, the exhaust fan, and made the kitchen in there. And that was Greedyman's lunchbox. And at that time, I was still, hustling, serving dinners out the backyard and things like that, And but at that time, me and my cousin, we had a liquor store, and that was on 67 and Prospect.
Mhm.
And we was talking on getting the food in there, and we like, man, we got to get the food, we got to get the food. And when just the with that trailer, that vision was there, and it took me 11 months to build that trailer, and it looked like a big old house on wheels, a big old kitchen on wheels. Took me 11 months to build that trailer, and when I pulled that trailer up there to the parking lot, 67th and Prospect, man, I outgrew that trailer in 9 months.
Really?
Yeah, in 9 months, I had to open a brick and mortar, and the thing, it was like the cars was pulling up in front of there, like it was a drive through,
Hmm.
like, you know what I mean. And I never forget, my grandma and my grandpa, they had come from Arkansas, and they'd pull in there, and my pops and all them, they'd pull up in there, and I just see my grandma, she's still here with us today. But my grandma, her and my grandpa, they'd be sitting out in the car, and I just see them, how my grandma just sitting there looking at me and just staring at me in the car, and I look like my dad. So, my fact, that's my dad right there. You can see my
Uh-huh.
pops. Yeah, he be watching me. You see?
That's
Yeah, that's pops right there. But I look like my pops, and I see my dad and my brothers and my uncle, and them, they all outside, and my grandma there, she just staring at me while I'm in there working and cooking food for people. And I just, I'm just looking at her. I can tell her, she always crying and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But man, I just knew I was on the right path. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? That just seeing her face, and her and my grandpa just sitting there. They just sitting there watching. They didn't want nothing to eat. They
Yeah.
never, yeah, they didn't want nothing to eat when they come. They just pull up
Yeah.
and just when they come in town, they just pull up and they just sit out there and
Yeah.
just watch and
Yeah.
just watch and watch the people be coming up and everything. And I had a little concept too, though. I
Mhm.
did. I had a little concept that because you got to keep up with yourself when you grinding like this. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just be out there. A lot of pit masters they they lose a lot of money because they not ready. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? When it's time to smoke and barbecue, they not ready. So what I used to do was when I already had been smoking meat and everything all night, you know what I mean? But when I pull up there, I had the truck, and then I had the trailer, I had the smoker, the house on the back, the
Mhm.
big food truck, the lunchbox. But
Mhm.
I take a smoker up there, right? And I take the smoker up there and I light the smoker up, you know what I mean? And sometimes I just be putting wood in the smoker. Ain't no meat in there because I've been smoking the meat all night. But I just fire up the smoker and let the smoker just be going, you know what I mean? And just be throwing the wood in there and everything. And then the smoker just be going and they just be piling up, man, like roaches. It was definitely a blessing, you know what I'm saying? And then because I had a big it was a big old smoker. We called him Pac-Man. Again,
Uh-huh.
bro gave him to me.
Yeah.
C Withers again. He it was
Uh-huh.
it was it was black and yellow. It was probably about as big as a car, but in a big old circle. And it was black with yellow everywhere and everything. And
Mhm.
we called it Pac-Man.
Mhm.
So I would already have all the meat smoked up, and then I'd take my nice size grill up there with me though, and then I just let it just smoke out, and that was just drawing the crowd.